morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your what's cracking reading. I'm totally, like everybody keeps saying on Facebook about being out of whack with the dates. It was bad before. I was never good with dates to start with, and now I can't remember the days of the week. So I'm having all sorts of fun with this. It's Friday the 3rd of April. Now, apparently somewhere or another, I said March yesterday, and of course everybody always hops on and tells me when I'm wrong, which I think is highly amusing. So somewhere or another I said March yesterday. It's April. And April's a big month for me. I have lots of birthdays in April. And that's sort of, I guess I've got to get my best singing voice on for those because I won't be visiting people. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I don't know, perhaps you just watch me go a little crazy now, hey? I'm going to use not the Thelema Tarot, the Arcanum Tarot for this reading. Oh, nice clean split there. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords coming out. Now, the Five of Swords is a card that talks about sort of winning at the loss of other people, you know, winning something but really not being able to stand in your glory. I always say it's like winning a battle but not the war. So it's, you know, being able to say you've won something but you have nobody to celebrate with, you have nobody that's on your side here. So the Five of Swords can sort of mark some sort of argument, dispute, something that's left you perhaps without people around you to support you. It's sort of the energy of leaving something behind because it doesn't serve you to have that in your life. And it's sort of like almost like fighting and walking away from something when you feel that you haven't done anything wrong. And you may have won the argument, but maybe you shouldn't have been arguing in the first place, like that sort of energy. Okay, so you could be dealing with a water sign here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Someone you've walked away from, this could be a mother here, without any doubt. This person is highly intuitive. She's very much in touch with her feelings, and she does have a cup on offer, but there seems to have been some sort of denying of this. Okay, Eight of Pentacles coming out here. So for some of you, this could be a work situation where you've walked away or you've left your job after some sort of disagreement with someone that perhaps left you without a job. There's a good example. So you've sort of maybe left yourself in a position without a job. If it's a relationship, it could be that you've walked away from some sort of relationship because you've put so much work into it and the other person isn't reciprocating, or, you know, she's got her face down here, you know, looking at the cup. So maybe she's, you know, too intent on what's going on in her own life to really make an effort here. The Knight of Swords, though, does tell me someone is coming in that may have done some work on this. So this may be a past energy. We do have the Six of Cups, so it could be a past person or a person you know. Someone definitely you haven't been talking to. So this sort of seems to be the theme at the moment. Someone's had trouble letting go of something here. And I feel that at some stage or another, you may have made them an offer. You may have wanted to work on something, but they were too transfixed on their own problems rather than being fixed on you. And I feel that you had to walk away from a situation here because this person wasn't showing you anything in return, but it looks as though they're ready to talk now. I feel like this has been a reading that a lot of people have had, or I've done a few times. I think that, you know, in this time when things are like they are, perhaps people are realizing that they need to open up, speak their truth, because everybody's in the same situation now. So the ground has been leveled in some way, shape or form. So I feel like somebody's got something to say here, but I'll keep going. So we have the Empress here. Now the Empress is a card of, it's about new birth, birthing new things. She is Mother Earth or Gaia. Like she's ready to birth something new here. For some of you, I guess this could be, you know, that you're pregnant or having a baby or ready to have a baby. And maybe you haven't heard from the father daddy. From the father or the daddy. Okay, so we have a King of Swords here. So some of you dealing with air signs here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This person's ready to speak up. I think that they've done some work here on themselves. They've probably been trying to manifest a situation in that perhaps in the past didn't go so well. But they're definitely finding this sort of... Okay, so I feel that you're dealing with someone who was very logical. Someone who was in their head, thinking, overthinking. And I think that they've overthought this a lot. But I think somehow they've brought themselves into a balance here. And I think they're starting to understand that they have a greater purpose now. So with the Magician, it talks about being able to manifest. It talks about bringing in things you want. But this person's put a lot of energy into themselves here to build their own toolkit. So it's like they've had to transform themselves into this Magician. Okay, we've all major arcanas on the table here. I do have the Hierophant here. 3 major arcanas down. This person's found their own religion. Maybe that's the best way to say it. So it may be that they didn't realise their own purpose, didn't realise who they were, that type of thing, and they're now really grasping who they are and how they fit. So I think this person wants to share that now, and whoever you are, they want to share it with you. They want to let you know that they've been enlightened, that they are seeing things in a very different way. They may still come in with a bit of a logical mind. I feel that they're still quite used to showing that side of themselves to the world, but I think they're going to reveal some things to you about their journey. Because I think they've gone through some sort of rebirth here. They're ready to launch. Okay, 5 of Pentacles coming out here. With the Ace of Wands. And the 9 of Wands here. I think this person wanted to move ahead with you before. I think they wanted to have some sort of connection with you, and they wanted this to be something more than it was. But for some unknown reason, they were sort of stopped going ahead, and because of that, it created a depression or a sadness within them. But this person wanted a start. They wanted to create something here. But they were bound or stuck or unseeing. And they felt very unstable. They felt that they couldn't offer here what was required. So there may have been a feeling of low self-esteem, maybe even shyness. Something frightened them here. And instead of expressing that, they disappeared. And went sort of back into themselves here. But they want a new start now. Okay, so this person has been trying to weigh up and try to balance out something. I feel with the Tower here, that's very interesting. And we do have the Chariot coming out again, so Cancer predominantly again. I feel in order to move forward here, this person's had to make a decision to sort of tear back or tear down what they've believed in their life. So they've really stripped themselves back here to reveal who they truly are. And this Magician says to me that they have realized their power now. And this person's got out from behind whatever it was holding them back. They're still in there a little bit, but they have got out of it. It's sort of like they're trying to move forward here, but they still have one wand that keeps them trapped. And the one wand is here as a brand new start. So this person's hanging on to that brand new start here. But the Tower's here. Hang on a second, I'll do some clarifying. Okay, we have somebody that walked away from someone in the past. Perhaps someone who was too focused on themselves. This sort of implies that this person may have been in their own head about everything. Somebody wanted to work on something, but I think somebody else was clinging on to something here and wasn't able to let go. The Knight of Swords says they're ready to speak up now. For some of you, this is a soulmate. For some of you, it's a past person. But definitely a very strong past life soulmate connection. Seven of Swords here tells me you haven't spoken to this person for a while. You may have had no conversations whatsoever. You may not have seen or heard of them because they had to go inside. The Tower here with the Two of Pentacles says to me there was something they had to let go of, and they had to work out how to balance that in their own heart and head. And it may have been a very difficult change for them, but there is forward movement here with this Chariot. So things are starting to go in the right direction here. And I feel that this person is ready to speak now. But I think they've been through very, very low times. You may have been too, if this person... Oh, the Knight of Swords has jumped out again here. You may have been too. It may be that you have been working on yourself as well here. Understanding your own personal boundaries, understanding your own personal limitations. And I feel like this person's brought down the Tower in their own life here. Okay, so I have the Hanged Man coming in over the Chariot. Then I have the Page of Pentacles and the Strength card. Yep, this person's worked up now. They're ready to make an offer. Whether this offer is about, you know, offering a relationship, offering a friendship, offering some sort of validation here for what you were going through. There could be an apology that comes as part of that, depending on what happened. But sometimes this sort of gives that energy of an apology. But I think it's more likely that this person wants to offer you something more now that they've thought about it. I feel through this Hanged Man and Strength card that there's been a lot of gaining of clarity, a lot of gaining of energy. So this person is starting to realize here that they perhaps, I don't want to say they made a mistake, because I don't think it's a mistake. I think that they were perhaps got a little glimmer of themselves through what happened, a little insight into what they needed to fix in their own life with this Tower, Nine of Wands. We do have the Holy Mountain coming out here, which is card 25. I might have to have a little bit of a change of cards very shortly. I really like these though. I think they're just so beautiful. The Holy Mountain invites you to go on a sacred pilgrimage to acquire vision and perspective. First, you must accept the present situation as an opportunity to discover higher understanding. Find a sacred altar where others who come before you have prayed and found wisdom, and make your offering there. Make a commitment to walk with courage, love and compassion until you see with clarity the perfection of it all. So maybe both of you have been on this journey here. It may have been a very spiritual journey for you as well. And understanding that you needed to be part of that, because I think a lot of people, when relationships break down, they don't realize that is there's stuff they need to take away and perhaps work on. They go into, very human, egoic sort of practices and maybe just get angry with the other person rather than looking at themselves and understanding their own attachments and disorders. So this is a time to work on yourself if you haven't been doing this, but this person is definitely feeling that they need to express themselves now and come forward. So they've done their learning. Have a great day.